What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through an income report for February. As you can see from the title, there's a lot that we're going to be discussing today. So what we're going to do is get into the traffic, the earnings, everything I've been doing, the things that went wrong or the things that need improving, and what I'm doing now. Okay, so we're just going to go through absolutely everything. If you're excited, then make sure to smash the like button and we'll get straight into this video. If you are brand new to these income reports, then you wouldn't know that this site has been around for just over 2 years, so it's quite old. So in total, the site has 148 articles, 60 of those being money articles. So those are commercial content based around buyer intent articles that could be for Best Buy reviews, single product reviews, product versus product comparisons. Has 88 articles that are based around information within that space. Okay, so the site is specifically based predominantly around golden retrievers. I'm now broadening out into general information about dogs, but I'll explain where I went wrong with that in just a second. So if we take a look at the month of February, we can see that the site has brought in 12,572 visits and a unique count of 11,464. So that means 11,464 visitors made up the 12,000. So some of them might have, gone to 2 or 3 pages upon their visit or come back and revisited the site again. We can see that last month we had 11,000 visits in total opposed to the 12,000 this month. Now, whilst we see an increase of 11% and 12%, which is very minute changes when you're working with small numbers like this, I'm not really happy about that, because the site should be a lot more further than where it was. 88% of the traffic is coming from Google organic traffic, and then 10% is coming from direct. So I'm very happy with those numbers, because what you really want is organic traffic being your main source a lot of the time. You can have social media and things like that, but I refer to social media as a treadmill, because you can do a lot of work and end up going nowhere. Or there could be one change in one algorithm upon a social media network and immediately your whole traffic source can tank. Alright, so I usually report how much content I've added during the month of February and January and so on. This month in January, I added no content. I was taking a bit of a break, but secondly, I was working on a writer training hub. So instead of sending out content briefs, which I usually do and which is what I've taught you guys to do, what I'm trying to test out now to work more efficiently is to create a writer training hub where they go through a training series of videos, and it gives them like a post recipe template, and they just use that and refer to that in the future, so they can write any topic, and then I just give them access to a spreadsheet of where they've got a list of different topics that need to be written, and they can do that as fast as they can. Okay, because at the moment they're always waiting on me to submit a brief, and that's quite time consuming on my end. So if they just know how to create the brief and how to create the subheadings with the right training, of course, then that's probably going to be super useful to them in the future. Alright, so what has my keyword strategy been? I mean, I've researched quite a lot of topics prior to recording this video, but most recently, a friend of mine who I've had on the channel before, Ben Adler, has created a tool called keywordchef.com. It's an absolutely brilliant tool if you're doing an income school type method. So if you're building a site more based around information and predominantly monetized with ads, then this is probably going to be one of the best tools you can use, because it works on the basis quite similar to the alphabetical soup method. So the method that I showed you of finding underserved keywords in one of the last videos, you can check up in the cards just here or that side, wherever it comes up. This tool is great for that. So it will pluck out all those types of keywords, and then you can manually cross-reference and check those keywords to see if they're credible for you to go for, or if there's no competition around them. So that's what I've been using recently, and it does target Best Buys, and it segments them all into different sections. Any kind of keywords really is probably one of the best tools I've seen in a long time, and it's so simple to use and doesn't have all the other bells and whistles that distract you away from the most important thing, and it still relies upon you to actually manually check those keywords, which is brilliant, because a lot of the tools can throw you off by giving you data that isn't exactly accurate. Okay, so if we take a look at the link profile for this website, referring domains is at 336 referring domains. So that's how many different entities are actually linking over to the website. And then amongst those 336 sites, they're linking over to this website 1,310 times. Okay, so it might be a little bit more than that, a little bit less, but it's just giving us the estimate there. You can see according to Ahrefs how inaccurate traffic is because it estimates at 2,000 visits per month. So the site's currently at a DR11. It previously was at a DR9 with 307 backlinks, and you can see that the amount of keywords it's ranking for now has gone from 4.2 thousand to 4.9 thousand. Okay, so that's quite a lot better. Do follow links, which are the ones that are actually passing authority over to the site. So how many of those links out of the 1,300 odd are actually passing authority in the eyes of Google over from one page to another? Well, there's 235 links that are doing that in total, whereas last month, previously in January, it was 194. Okay, now we get to the most important part. Okay, so drum roll please. Great. Okay, so now in the first screenshot, what we're going to have is the earnings from Amazon. So the site currently has $137.05 from Amazon with a 22.82% conversion rate. Then we move on to Ezoic, $84.96 with an EPMV, which is earnings per thousand views, of $7.93. So last month that was $106.06 with an EPMV of $10.79. So all of this is going to be all over the place at the moment because this site needs a lot of work. I need to get back to work on the site. There's no excuse. Let's move on to ClickBank. Okay, so ClickBank, $59.75. Now what's interesting is I was working with a company that I'll be disclosing in a future video that has been sending a few links to the article that's bringing in this ClickBank traffic. So you'll be able to easily find the site if you go and look for a dog product on ClickBank and you go and check the top ranking sites. You might be able to come across my site, seeing that it's predominantly focused around golden retrievers. So if we bring it up to the total for this month was $281.76. There are no expenses aside from the hosting and whatever else and keyword tools that I usually just use any of my income for, not specifically from this website. What we're going to go through now is some of the things that I had as a goal prior to recording this video and just last year, because my goal was to take this site to $3,000 per month. So far we're a long shot off of that, but we can still hit it by all means. It's just down to me and the work that I've been lacking. Let's look at the previous notes. What I had to plan on improving the site was to silo all of the main articles, which I did. Okay, and I was doing it in the example of with dog food. Now let's talk a little bit about this. Well, what went wrong specifically with me siloing everything in regards to a product is that the site was specifically focused around a topic. So it was about golden retrievers. So the natural transition of growth would be then to move on to everything about Shih Tzus, everything about German Shepherds, everything about poodles. But what I did is I then focused around dog food. So I've gone from focusing on type of dog to focusing on a product. You see, so I was starting to grow the site in the wrong direction, and this is why the results, I believe, are dampened. So what I went out and did is okay, next breed that we're going to focus on is maybe poodles. So then we go through everything about poodles, all question articles about poodles to establish our authority in that space. Then moving on to the food for poodles, harnesses for poodles, everything poodles. Okay, and then once we exhaust that and establish authority on that breed, then we move on to the next topic and not the actual product. Okay, and that's the method I should have taken. It's a very stupid mistake, and it's quite surprising that I would make a mistake like this at this point in time, but these are the things that happen, and I'm being completely honest and sharing that with you. So that's something that I did do, which was so stupid. I've looked at all the articles that I've recently ordered. Like I'm talking like I've got like about 40 or 60 in drafts. I can't remember how much. There's quite a lot of articles sitting in drafts, and they're all to do with different breed of dogs. So I haven't focused on one specific breed. So I've also got keep publishing as much content around dog food as I can. Again, wrong thing. I'm supposed to be talking about a topic, not a particular product. Okay, keep building links per week. So I did stay consistent on the links. Only recently, again, during the month of February, I did stop building links, because even if I was taking the strategy that I initially used to build the site, which is establishing authority by targeting informational content that are of low competition around that particular topic, I wouldn't need as many links in order to rank, because I would establish credibility and authority through the means of targeting low competition keywords and writing great content around it. The other thing that I want to to talk about as well is my focus on link building and everything. As I was saying to you guys last year, I'm going to run a link building campaign and start testing this. Took me away from focusing on the quality of the content. So quality control, I'm thinking, oh, well, that could have been 10 times better. Or maybe we could have head out and spoke to a professional veterinarian on this particular topic that we were talking about on best dog foods. You know, maybe we could have went into a forum. All these different things that I missed out on that now need to be gone back on and tweaked. Okay, so always 100% put your focus on the quality of your content when you're starting out. As you start to establish some level of authority, then you can start doing your link building and whatever else. For more experienced people, they might not do it that way. Obviously, they start building links right away. Links are great, but I don't want you to forget how important your content is, because without good content, you have nothing. And then I've got this sheet here that I had as a goal of what I was going to do. So checking for accidental ranking keywords, so on and so forth. So all of those different things are great, but what I've gone back and done is just use Income School, funny enough, because I'm also a member of Project 24. I went back to their course and, you know, looked at their battleship method, which was very helpful in identifying some of the old articles that didn't rank after a whole year, but had traffic potential. So what are my goals now after all of this learned and going through this experience? You know, I still aim to get the site. Last year was the goal, so we're going to move that goalpost to this year to get it to $3,000 per month. I'm going to work on creating absolutely amazing content. So I'm going the extra mile. I'm making the phone calls. Even within my training hub, as I explained for the writers, I'm getting them to start learning about contacting third parties, to making an effort to creating absolutely smashing content. I'm going to finish the training hub, which should be done in the next couple of days. This is something that I might release to the public. So leave a comment below, release it or something like that, to let me know that you're interested in me releasing this for you guys to potentially purchase. This is something that is not going to be free, because I've put in so much work to it, and it's something that you're not going to find elsewhere. And the most important thing that I'm going to finish on is I'm going to be growing the site in the right direction. So instead of focusing on product focused silos, now we're going to be focusing on silos around particular topics. So I started off with golden retrievers. The next thing I might move on to is poodles or border collies, and we're just going to solely focus on that breed of dog. Okay, so everything to do with the dog is what we're going to focus on. My writers are way more happy about that. It's a lot more easier and more efficient for us to work on, and this is the method I'm going to be using moving forward. I hope you enjoyed the video. As you know, with these income reports, you'll be expecting my next one next month, but if I start blasting out some good content, then who knows where it will end up. So that's it. Goal is still remaining $3,000 for this website. If we can get it there, we'll try and sell it for around $90,000, $100,000, and we try and, you know, diversify monetization down the road. But I'll be sharing everything en route with you. We are going to create an ebook for this site eventually, and I've also used Thrivecart recently for my ebook sales page. So Thrivecart is like ClickFunnels, but you pay a one-off fee and you get it for life. It's absolutely brilliant because now it allows me to monetize my websites and create my own landing pages and take payments for those with my own payment processor. You know, so it's absolutely amazing, and I don't have any monthly expenses on tools, you know, so it's very good, very helpful, and it documents everything just like ClickFunnels, so it's absolutely brilliant. I'll leave an affiliate link to that if you want to check out Thrivecart in the description box. But highly recommended, guys. After going back to Project 24, which I was a member of previously, and I'm now back a member again, honestly, I've been through all the courses recently, and if you are building a blog, like forget about affiliate marketing in general, paid ads and all of that kind of thing, if you're building a blog, then Project 24 is definitely the place. They have really stepped things up. It was brilliant before, but it's absolutely amazing now. That, or even Passive Income Geeks course, again, is very good. They're both very similar though, you know, so Income School is like that little bit more, I would say, because they're more focused also on like building a YouTube channel alongside with it, so it gives you a little bit more than what you would get there, and they really are putting in a lot of work to make people successful. So if you have any questions or anything about that, I'm going to be doing a review coming up in the next couple of months on that. I'm going to do a bunch of reviews on different affiliate courses in 2021, and then I'll do best affiliate course and compare all of them in a long-winded video that's just going to break down all the top courses that I've taken and the goods and the bads and the uglies about everything. Okay, all right then, I'm sure I've kept you enough. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.